Hello and welcome back to more Katawa Shoujo. I am your host Panda4232 and I will be taking you on the adventure today. This is actually instant for me because I had just finished recording the hour episode which you watched yesterday. Hopefully. Or maybe you haven't watched it yet and maybe this is just making no sense to you. Anyway, let's get back into it. I'm pretty certain I've just read that. No one answers when I knock. I try to go in anyway, but it's locked. When I pull my hand away from the doorknob, it's covered in dust. It looks like no one's been here since we left. Since I'm already out here and dressed, I might as well get something to eat in town. My wallet is back in my room though. Oh, maybe they're back at... Whoa! Whoa! Misha! You look hella good there. Have to say, even though you do look kind of sad, but like, dang girl. On the way back there, I stumble across Misha sitting down behind the main building. Her eyes are closed in sleep, and she looks very tranquil. It's always been hard to picture her not constantly bouncing around on, or hopping on the tips of her toes impatiently. She looks good. I have to say, she does look very good. If only she looked like this the entire time. My first instinct is to call out to her and ask if she has seen Shizune, or if she wants to go to town with me, but now that I've seen her, I don't feel like disturbing her. I leave her alone. Aw, man. Maybe if we could have stayed on that picture for just a little bit longer. It was a nice scene. Well, I thought so at least. Oh. For the first few days after I was back, I almost forgot that I was in the student council. I managed to pick up here and there that the student council usually gets swamped with work around the end of the break, but it didn't have to be the case. A few times when I managed to catch Shizune or Misha, they were in too much of a hurry for me to get a chance to ask if they needed help. Anytime they weren't, I'd only be able to get a hold of Misha. Shizune would say something about how there was work, but it was so little that involving either Misha or I would only bore us. After a while, the idea of having some free time again had started to grow on me, though there were still periods when I felt like I had too much of it. Oh, that was a nice transition from there. We went from black and white room to embracing the ambience of Shizune. What did we call it? That's right. Shizune has a big aura. Yeah, basically calling her fat, and yet she has curves. She's good. She's good. She's not. Just when I was getting used to it though, things changed again. Now I find myself back in the student council room arguing with Shizune about whether tissue boxes make good ballot boxes or not. I'm telling you, they would work just fine as long as we get the cube-shaped ones, not the rectangular ones. What's wrong with the rectangular ones? Misha, can you sign that to her? I've kind of got my hands full. On second thought, forget it. She is busy cutting out ballot slips, so if she were to make one errant movement, she would probably send those scissors flying into someone's head. I drop the box of poster paints I'm carrying onto my little table in the student council room and cough as a wave of dust hits me in the face. It really has been a while. No one keeps his place. No one maintains his place. Do you think we should change the size of the ballot slips? Oh shit, I only just realized they're having an election. Her there. What? But Chichan, I already cut out so many of them. We can make them smaller. It will be more efficient. We just have to shrink the font. More ballots will fit in a single box that way. We'll only need half the amount of paper then. The format for voting can be changed. It could be more like a real election. Then we might be able to get away with buying less boxes. With the money left over, we can get pizza or maybe Chinese or a cake or 3 bowls of the new ramen bowl I want to try. Shizune excitedly rubs a finger along the frame of her glasses as she ponders more ways to cut even a half yen off spending off our budget. I feel sorry for Misha, she just cut all those things out. I have a newfound interest for Misha in this new haircut. Since Since I think she's the only one who even knows what our budget is, I'm scared to ask just how tiny it is for her to have to do this. What about all the ballot slips Misha already cut out? Yeah, see? Yeah, we're on Misha's side. Woo! Don't worry. I can make them into memo pads and sell them in the school store. Shichan, they don't look very cute though. Shizune seems to disagree. Now they're arguing, but it looks like it consists nothing more than signing. Yes they do, and no they don't, at each other, until they're so tired of it they just taking turns pointing at each other commandingly. It's strange, partly because it looks kind of ridiculous, but also because I've never seen them disagree. Then again, both of them have looked very stressed these past few days. Shizune has been increasingly absorbed in the idea of student council elections. Though they're months away, I imagine this is how politicians act when they realise a regime change is imminent and their era is over. Was it Bush Genie 2004? I think that was Misha's shirt. I'm having trouble taking student council matters seriously at all. Even now as I practice my calligraphy on signs that won't go up for weeks. But I can understand why Shizune does. Is that what it's called? Calligraphy? The signs and shit the Japanese have. Calligraphy. Yes, I'm sure that's what it is. After all, she has been student council president for 3 years. According to her dad, she has wanted the job for even longer. I guess 3 years is a short career for her to leave feeling satisfied. Did the last student council go through this much trouble to make it a smooth transition for you? Shizune makes a chastened face that tells me they weren't very helpful at all. I guess you're doing all this to set a good example then. That only comes into play if they learn anything from it, Hichan. If they don't, I'll be hyper mad. If they turn out to be the flaky type, I'll definitely be hard on them. Doesn't sound very threatening when Misha is saying it. So you've already met them? Ahaha, Hichan, there are no candidates yet. What? None? Not even for student council president. That is why I am trying to drum up interest for the position. What do you think? She proudly holds up a poster she has been working on herself. It looks very, military. You might be taking this a little too seriously then. Shizune frowns and plays with her glasses offended. Is that weird? Yes. She looks oddly happy that I'm disagreeing with her, and I think that if she weren't genuinely focused on what she was doing, she would try to argue with me just because it would be interesting to her. What's weird about it? It looks like she will do that after all, but then Shizune waves her hand dismissively like she's trying to catch the words in the air and delete them. Crap, delete them, quick, delete them. Ah, fuck. Nah, they've gone. Instead she catapults into insulting her future successors. Well, one thing that's weird is that in my old school the elections would happen in about 6 months, since, we're graduating in March. It's pretty weird to think about them so early. It's a little different here. Hichan, I'll be discouraged if we don't have any replacements when I have to go, Shichan says. But it isn't like the school will stop running without a student council. It will be harder for them to hand out forms though. Ha 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 ha. Shizune isn't laughing, however, Misha's joke causes her to flinch as if she were stung. Though Misha didn't mean for it to come out that way, her quip and callous cruelty to it in the end. I'm trying to get more people to run, but everyone is so lazy. They think they can take it easy just because there are no deadlines yet. Slackers, not taking the early game advantage. Still, 6 months away? Still 6 months away? If they aren't making their move now, they don't deserve a vote. Do you really think it's such an easy job they can do everything at the last minute and just coast into the role? Insulting! Really? They're going to be eaten alive once they have to sit at a tiny desk and just see how much work they have to do. If this were a real election, they would be in deep trouble. I was reading about Japanese campaigning laws the other day. Only the bad ones for some reason. Wow, you sure do read about some interesting things As a teenager, Shizune, Japanese campaigning laws, wow. Most normal teenagers would be reading things like, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a magazine. Zoo? Anyone know what Zoo is? Zoo's kind of like a mix between Maxim and funny shit. So it's kind of like porn with funny shit. But obviously they're wearing bikinis and shit. They're still hot as hell. But you know, you get the gist of it. For some reason. For a second, Shizune was talking like her father there. And it was coming out of Mish's mouth. Creepy. Ugh. Well, first off, Shadow Shogun. You can't really make that call. They'll be elected. Second, it's just school election. It's not like running for city council or the diet. Diet? I don't think that Japanese campaigning laws apply. What's the diet? Or the diet? Diet? I'm sure it's diet. Third, although I don't want to say it, I'm nervous that Shizune is so enthusiastic about this, talking of elections and votes. According to her dad, she wasn't even elected herself. Come to think of it, I can't remember Shizune ever saying she was elected either. Then, did she get the position by being recruited into the student council and having it fall apart until she was the only one left? Somehow, I'd never considered it. I wouldn't be surprised if that was correct. I don't know what to think about that, but it wouldn't surprise me. We're only 3 people strong now. If the circumstances behind her becoming the student council president were that sad, I wonder if there will be a vote at all. Interest could just be that low, or non-existent really, then all her energy would be going towards nothing. I slap an exclamation mark on the end of the poster I'm working on. It's a little plain, so I think hitting 1 is okay. Actually, it still might be a little too plain. I make the mark twice as large. I still say you need to slow down. If this stuff isn't going to be relevant for months, maybe you're working a little too hard on it. That's what I think. You're worrying too much. I don't know how to sign the word relevant. I try and only end up flicking a long line of paint where I didn't intend to. There is no way I can fix that. Misha, can you ask her that? Shizune giggles silently, clenching her teeth so that no sound actually comes out. Because there is a lot to worry about. Like what? Like, usually the boxes end up looking very pretty, so people take them. Have to plan for that. Wahahaha! We should make them funny looking this time, so no one will take them. How about that, Shichan? We can draw some weird faces on them, or we can put a little picture of Shizune on each one saying stealing is wrong. No, it's not funny. It's not the only problem either. There is voter turnout, of course. What's that? Oh, right, the turnout. How many people? Yeah. And then the worst case scenario would be not having any candidates. Although it seems she meant it jokingly, from the way she smiles and she says it, and she signs it, that isn't how it comes out. Even Misha understands it. The possibility is very real, and though she tries to salvage the mood by punctuating Shizune's statement with a laugh, it doesn't work. What is wrong with both of you? I was just making a joke. There actually is some interest this year. If there wasn't, would I be doing all this work? I'm not stupid. When the elections are over, I'll buy everyone dinner. I'm already planning it. Oh, you really are organised, aren't you? Even the new student council? No, they can buy their own celebration dinner. It will only be for the current student council. I'll be happy once I'm through having done with all these thankless jobs all the time. A dinner just for us? Yay! It's like a little party, Chan! Though her cheerfulness is obviously forced, I say nothing. For the rest of the period, which fortunately isn't very long, we work in silence. Whew! It's hard work in the student council room today. After classes, I find the student council room locked. It's strange because Shizune was so busy earlier that I would expect her to continue working after school. It would be what she would normally do. Maybe she listened to my suggestion and decided to take a break. I'm hoping it's that simple. Oh crap. Feeling a little uneasy, I take a brief stroll around the school. It's only half conscious. I can't remember when I started moving my feet, but I've already covered enough of the campus that I'm starting to feel tired. Not that that means anything now. Just a short stroll around the school grounds and I'm already winded. Really pathetic. You're like an obese child. Before I know it, I'm back in front of the student council office. There's someone else too this time. Ooh! Oh, it's just Misha. Hi, Hachan. It's locked. Seeing it, I'm pretty sure that's not what she asked you. You could just be nice and say, hi, Misha. But no, instead you just say, it's locked. Seeing a can of lemonade in her hand, I reflexively start looking for a vending machine nearby. I'm so thirsty. I know that Hachan. Hachan is somewhere else, I guess. Weird. We aren't stuck together, Hachan. Misha takes a long drink from her lemonade, eventually just tipping it over and pouring the rest into her mouth. I feel like I am being mocked. Do you want one, Hachan? No, it's okay. I can take someone else's drink. It's rude. I can't take someone else's drink. It's rude. Besides, you're making fun of me, aren't you? I just saw you inhale all of that. I have another one in my bag. I was prepared. See? I'm just like Hachan. She's a little too prepared. It's good some of that is rubbing off on you anyway. After what, 2 years? Wahahaha! The way she stares at me as I drink it is a little disconcerting, but I'm too grateful to care much about it. You and Shizune always end up treating me to something. It's starting to embarrass me. Really, Hachan? Haha. Buy me lunch sometime then, okay? Then, we'll be even. Well, it's funny you should say that. I was going to ask you if you wanted to eat in town. Yeah, I'm really hungry today, Chan. Chan, thanks. I was going to ask her yesterday. Misha cuts me off before I can finish the sentence. I can't find an opening to correct her as she dashes enthusiastically around me. Laughing, her arms flapping excitedly at her slides. Oh my god! At her sides. Jesus. I already have my wallet with me, so I start walking towards town with Misha trailing behind me, playing idly with her hands and loudly wondering to herself where we should go eat. At least, I think so. She could be asking me. Do you have anywhere specific you want to go? Please not the Shanghai, we've been there far too much. I want to go to the tea house. They have a really big parfait there. Oh, god damn. I saw you eat a parfait there last time. It looked really big. No. This one is really, really big. It's also really expensive. Oh my god. Really, really expensive? Ha, a little. Yeah, see what women do? They go, oh, yeah, no, it's not too expensive. Then you find out it's like millions. Jeez. Well, you and Shizune paid for my food for a bunch of times, so I guess it's fine. Hachan, I don't think I ever did that. Are you sure it wasn't just Hachan? Are you really arguing against a free meal? Don't worry about it. Yeah. We go to the Shanghai and are seated by a waitress who is surprisingly not Yuko. What? No, I wanted to say hi to Yuko. Aww. We haven't seen Yuko in a long time. Maybe she got hit by a truck. Yep, no, she definitely got hit by a truck. Misha is very eager to eat that parfait because she shouts her order as soon as she walks through the door. One large parfait, please, for my lady here. Even though that was me shouting and not Misha. When it arrives, I see that it is both very big and very expensive looking, just like what's in my pants. Heyo! Are you going to order anything, Hachan? If you're hungry, we can share. No, I don't like parfaits. I don't like praline. I don't actually know what a parfait is. If I see one, I'll know what it is, but... You can pick it out. You can't just pick out praline. Don't be silly. I swear I'm saying that wrong. Even if I could, Misha is mashing her food together to the point where it is no longer possible. It also looks kind of gross. I wonder if that many flavours can even blend together well. She can rarely taste anything in that goop. She's acting like it's delicious anyway. Maybe we should get the waitress to bring a blender over so you can just throw it all in there and then suck it up through a straw. Mmm, parfaits are the best. I have sensitive teeth, so ice cream is a no-no. Cake is too soft though, and if there's too much icing, I get bored. Parfait is interesting. How many cafes have parfaits here? I think 10. I've tried them all. I like this one best. It has a little flan. Oh, sorry, that word is just flan. Sound like you're some kind of dessert expert. Not just dessert, I want to eat all kinds of delicious things. Someday I'll have enough money to buy a 2 kilogram Matsusaka beefsteak. Jesus, that's huge. It's like over 100,000 yen. I guess this kind of decadent food is kind of your hobby then, huh? Maybe you should become a food connoisseur. Foodologist. I don't know. A hobby isn't something that should take months to learn about someone. I've been very rude in retrospect. Also, that is one pricey hobby. I guess so. Decadent? Yeah. Misha giggles, raising her hand to her face. It looks like some ice cream accidentally got on her nose. She doesn't notice it. I can't stop noticing it. I wish she would wipe it off. I'm about to tell her about it, but she suddenly says, I don't know what that means. Oh, I guess that's a bad word anyway. It has implications. What? Fuck me. Epicurean? Oh, okay, alright. That's better. No, it's not. I know how to pronounce decadent. Decadent. It means someone who enjoys eating nice food. That's the adjective though. So, Epicurean? Is the word for it. Wahahaha. Chan, you're too wordy. Sorry. Hahaha. I think that is what Shichan likes about you. Because I'm wordy? I need to buy some thesauruses then. Wahahaha. No, not like that, Hichan. I decided to order some coffee after all, but it takes a while to get to the waitress, so to notice, and I think actually getting my coffee will take about as long. The tea shop is filling up, no surprise, as we already been here for almost an hour while she was chipping at the dessert. I order my coffee to go, but Misha orders one as well, so it seems that we're going to be here longer than I thought. Oh, and with that, I shall save. I hope you guys enjoyed, and we shall talk to you next time. Goodbye.